Morning, everyone. Welcome to FSM Implementation Leading Practices for Customers. Apologies for that technical snafu. This is going to be covered by Elifa and I. We're super excited to have you here while we discuss leading best practices. We're going to be deep diving into proven methods and real-world tactics that our customers are using to implement FSM successfully with fewer roadblocks or, and making greater impact. Whether you're just starting with FSM or you're looking to optimize an existing deployment, in this session, we're going to walk you through very practical configuration strategies, tips, and common pitfalls to avoid. So we're super excited for that. And this morning it's going to be Elif and myself. My name's Salmat Oladipupa. I am the Senior Outbound Product Manager for FSM, and I joined service here about a year ago. I've used field service management myself in my previous role. So this is a really exciting product for me. And so we're super excited to be with you. And I'll have Elif introduce herself.
Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Elif and I'm a senior business process consultant specializing field service management and customer service management in ServiceNow. I'm supporting organizations to design and implement field service management application that is helping basically to improve the operational efficiency and customer experience. And I have 10 years of experience in implementation projects. And I'm really excited to be here today and looking forward to go through the leading practices with you. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much, Elif. We're excited. And just a shout out, we have Oliver also on the panel with us. He works with our expert service. Oliver, do you want to just introduce yourself real
Yeah,
quickly?
I can do that as well. Thanks so much. Yeah. Hi, everyone. Oliver Hübner. I'm a principal technical consultant on the same team of Elif. So I spend most of my time together with customers and partners trying to get the best out of our FSM product. And yeah, I'm also here in the background trying to help if there are any questions. And yeah, looking forward to that. Hi.
Thank you, Oliver. So we have Elif and Oliver. If you have any questions for our expert services team, please feel free to share them in the Q&A. All right. So now I wanted to put up the safe harbor notice for forward-looking statements. This presentation is based on our current beliefs and assumption at the time that this presentation is being made. And so we employ not to make buying decisions based on this, as they may contain uncertainties and results may be different. So you want to consult someone internally before you make decisions off of this presentation. All right. Like we said in the beginning, this is our Getting Started with FSM series. We started this about a month ago, May 22nd, with Introduction to FSM and Understanding its Ecosystem, where we just did a brief overview of what we have in the main solutions that FSM brings, right? And so we're continuing in this. We're going to be talking about FSM implementation roadmap for customers today. And then in the next episode, we're going to walk through understanding roles in FSM on July 2nd. Please join us for that, as well as block order management, August 1st, 2025, and then mastering dispatcher workspace, August 26, 2025. Please feel free to leave the questions in the Q&A section so that we will get through to that as we go through this presentation.
Okay.
All right. And then, as we mentioned, we have a lot of sessions coming up. So you want to join these sessions also go beyond FSM, right? There's a wide range of topics that help speed up deployment, drive adoption, and unlock more value across FSM platform generally. So you hear from the product experts, connect with fellow professionals. You can leave with practical takeaways that you can put to use right away. So please feel free to scan the QR code on the screen, or there's a link also that I can drop in the chat. That would take you right to our Live on ServiceNow event series website where you can join. Again, beyond field service management, but you can also register for upcoming field service management sessions. All right, a few housekeeping rules this morning. So we've saved time at the end for question and answers. Please use the question and answer button instead of the chat to submit questions. That way, we're able to follow up with them as needed. In case we're unable to answer your question on here, we'll be able to provide them to you after the session. Additionally, this presentation will be recorded. We also recorded the first episode. We record all of our live on ServiceNow episodes, and so you can find them on our YouTube community page. I will also be providing links to that in the chat so that you can go back and watch them and follow through in this series. Last but not the least, at the end of this event, you'll be prompted to fill out a short survey. This is for you. The series is for you. We want to connect with you. We want to know what to do better, how to make this series better. And we're super excited. Thank you so much for your feedback. And then we have the agenda for today's episode. So Elif is going to be covering FSM implementation roadmap overview, as well as common risks and mitigations. And then I'll go through resources that are going to come in super handy. And then we'll leave time, like I said before, we'll leave time at the end for question and answers. Real quickly, I see someone with their hand raised. Hi, Doug. Hi, Nicholas. Nicole, excuse me. My bad. Okay. Nicole, can you please ask your question in the webinar chat and we can get to that? All right, to answer a couple questions we already got. So, will this be uploaded to YouTube or the community plus the deck? Yes, the webinar will be recorded and uploaded to YouTube. We'll also have a PDF version of the deck uploaded, and I believe that will be sent across in an email to the attendees, but I can confirm what method. But yes, we will have this available. Is the first session recording available? Yes, it is. I will link that in the chat as we go through this presentation. Thank you so much for your questions. All right, let's go ahead and get started on the journey. First question is a poll question here. And what percentage of FSM customers use partners to help implement FSM? Any dice? All right, we'll launch the poll. What percentage of FSM customers use partners to implement FSM? And just to give you a background of, what the current options will be, right? We will have people use FSM partners. Some people will use self-implementation. So that means that they're implementing on their own and they have an in-house implementation crew. And then we also have people who are going to utilize expert services. So Elif and Oliver, as we have on the call. Nice. Okay, so we are rolling with the answers. We have 1/3, so 8% said 50% use partners to help implement FSM. And then 62% said 70% of FSM customers use partners to help implement FSM. And then 31% has 35% of FSM customers use partners to implement FSM. Nice. Okay. Drum roll, the answer is 70% of FSM customers use partners to help implement FSM. So, like I said, when we were looking at the poll, so we have 70% use certified partners to implement. So that means that, they source out partners to help them to implement. These partners have had experience implementing FSM for other solutions, other customers. And then we have customers who want to self-implement, right? And so they will be getting in touch with the platform skills to be able to leverage the skills that they need to succeed. They can take courses from FSM Essentials, and then they can have an in-house ServiceNow administrator certification, as well as application developer certification. And then we have a smaller group of people who utilize the expert services in field service management implementation. So our in-house expert services team, shout out to Oliver and Elif. They provide solution design, configuration, and deployment, as well as best practices, coaching and enablement, quality assurance for customers that are looking to implement FSM. And so I will allow that's one of the reasons why, since they're the experts, Elif is here to talk to us today about leading practices, especially as they have seen with deploying FSM for customers. All right, over to Elif. Thank you very much for being here.
Hey, I hope everyone sees my slides. I think
Yes.
yes. Yeah. Okay, great.
Leading practices and yeah.
Yeah. So thanks for joining today. Thanks for your time. So I will walk you through a set of leading practices that help ensuring a successful field service management implementation. So we are going to look at the journey from early planning through to full-scale adoption, focusing on what truly drives long-term value and success in these projects. Let's get started. So we have another poll here. I just want to hear about your thoughts about this question, basically. What's the one KPI you would most like to see improve after implementing a new FSM system? Okay. Nice. Great. I see great insights here. And I can tell you SLA compliance rate is winning the race. And then, yeah, basically 45% of our audience saying SLA compliance rate, and then 27% of audience saying technician utilization. Then work order completion time is following that, and then the customer satisfaction. Okay, thanks for taking time to answer that. It gives really great insights, right? Let me stop, close this. Yeah, I can share the results with you also. Yeah, thanks for your responses. So some great insights there, right? We see different answers. It means that it's clear that while the KPIs may vary, depending on your role or organization, the goal is the same. So we want to drive a meaningful improvement while implementing FSM. So this basically brings us to a critical first step in FSM implementation. So that's basically the purpose of the FSM implementation. So in every successful implementation project, it starts with a clear understanding of why the organization is implementing it, right? And most of the time, this isn't just a technical deployment, it's a business transformation. That's why one of the first steps is aligning stakeholders around a shared objectives. The question is basically, what are you trying to achieve while implementing field service management? Is it reduce operational costs, like by automating scheduling, reduce technician travel, or streamlining the workflows, or improve technician productivity? You can equip them with mobile tools, access to knowledge or real-time data, or you can enhance the customer experience by delivering reliable, transparent, and timely service with proactive communication. So these are like common objectives across different industries. But the point is here, it's basically your purpose must be specific to your organization's goal, right? Without a clearly defined objective, it's easy for the project to lose direction, for stakeholders to have different expectations, and for success to be difficult to measure. When you articulate the purpose clearly, it will become a lens to look at the project. So like from configuring workflows to training users. As we walk through the presentation today, I want to encourage you to think about your organization why. So what does success look for you, right? That clarity is what will guide a focused, value-driven implementation. So once we set the objectives, once we define our foundation purpose, we need to understand how we are going to measure it, right? Because it's not enough to say, okay, I want to improve customer satisfaction, or I want to improve SLA, reduce the SLA penalties. So we need to turn those goals into clear, measurable outcomes. So in the screen, you see some typical field service management KPIs, like first-time fix rate, on-time arrival rate, or reduced travel time, SLA compliance, which was the winner in our poll. So these are typical KPIs, success metrics that we use in the field service management projects. So success metrics help in two key ways, right? The first one is they keep everyone aligned, as we said, like when leadership, IT, operations, or field teams they are all working toward the same targets, like reducing time to dispatch, as we see here, or increase the first-time fix rate. So with the success metrics, basically you create a shared definition of success. So everyone knows basically how to measure that success or how to understand if the project is delivering the value. And second, these metrics help us course correct. If we are not hitting the target, then we can dig in and understand what's wrong. So are we missing data, or is there any process not optimized, or is adoption low? So without these metrics, those insights are hard to come by. Another thing, they are also helping with the ROI measurement, right? FSM is an investment. It's not only money, it's also time, because your employees are spending time to implement and to launch this application, right? And in this case, the leadership will want to see the impact over time. So whether you are reducing the travel time or increasing technician utilization, those numbers matter. So definitely without KPIs, it's hard to understand if the project is delivering value or not. And then as we move forward, it's important to remember, again, the successful FSM implementation isn't just about technology. So you bought field service management, right? ServiceNow field service management. So that will enable change. But it's your people who adopt it, and your processes that define how work actually gets done. We always say people, process, technology. I think it's a common saying. So if any of these pillars is overlooked, the value of the implementation is limited. So in the next slides, I'll talk about each of these pillars in detail. Let's start with the people. I think for me, the most important part, if you want to make a FSM implementation project successful, is the executive sponsors. They are really critical. They are setting the vision and direction, ensuring the project aligns with the strategic business goals, not just operational improvements, right? They also help break down silos between teams, especially if you think about FSM, it spans IT, operation, customer support, and finance. There are different teams involved. So the silos is a really risk in the project, and then executive sponsor is basically helping with breaking down the silos. And then decision making accelerates decision making. In my experience, the challenges part in FSM project is the decision making. So because you are implementing a new technology, and that will bring a big change to your organization, right? And this change can scare people, and also making a decision, it's difficult. But if you have executive sponsors on board, then they can help with this decision making. So they can support people who are making the decisions, basically. And last but not least, they drive accountability and adoption, making it clear that this transformation is a business priority, not just an IT project. And the second part, the next, is governance. I think executive sponsorship, we can say it's part of the governance because they are helping with the governance as well. So establishing a strong governance is essential for the long-term sustainability, basically. This means building a dynamic governance process together with policies and team. When we say team, you need to ensure that the roles and responsibilities are defined properly in the team. And when we say governance, it's not just about managing the technical side, right? It's about making strategic decisions that keep the project aligned with the business goals. So what does that mean? It includes who decide on prioritization, resource allocation, or changes to the overall FSM strategy. So you need to create some communities, basically, like steering committee can help with the strategic decisions, and then project management office, it can help with the resource allocation. You can appoint leads for the work streams. So this will help you to ensure accountability, maintain project momentum, and you can also quickly adapt as business needs change. The next is early adopters. The adoption is crucial, right? Field service management is providing a mobile application. I mean, it's not only providing a workspace for the people in the headquarters, but also it's providing a mobile application for the field agents in the field. So, and they are really busy. And the adoption of the mobile application, and of course other part of the field service management, it's crucial. So what we suggest, we appointing early adopters or regional leads. They can help you to introduce the new ways of working, basically. They can help with the feedback, right? So in one of my projects, we establish a community, basically, and we call them super users. So we appointed some users in some regions and some teams, and they were basically helping with the training of the end users, and promoting the new ways of working, or whenever there is a new feature, they were introducing it to the end users. And also we were recognizing their efforts, right? You can do that with a real little gift, or you can. We were doing selecting a super user of the month. You know, this recognition is also encouraging people to help you to influence basically the other people. Then the next is training. So training, of course, plays a critical role in making sure your FSM implementation truly delivers value. to get most out of the system, training must be thoughtfully designed and targeted. The recommendation is like organized trainings per role, right? Because in field service management, you have different users like dispatchers, field technicians, supervisors. So they are interacting with the platform in unique ways. So tailoring training to each role ensures users focus on the tools and processes that matter for their daily work. Next, hands-on practice. It's for sure crucial. Giving users the chance to work with the system in a test environment builds confidence and familiarity before they go live. So this can reduce basically the error, frustration, helping smooth transition. And again, field service management has mobile app, and I think it's the most important part of it. You need to spend like a good time on mobile training because that's the key for field operations. So the field agents should spare enough time to understand how the mobile app is working. And finally, job aids. So training is something continuous, right? You have to invest time on that because as you get matured, you will have new features and you will continue with the training. So that's why, job aids is important. So you can prepare some job aids like quick reference guides or cheat sheets. I personally like the videos, short videos, to explain how to do things basically. This will help with the training, but also it will help with your new joiner, right? Because in the future, if you are going to have new field agents, then these job aids can help you to train them and onboard them quickly. So we talk about people, but the next is process. It's another critical step in the field service management projects implementations. It allows us to clearly understand how current field service operations function, so we can design improvements that truly drive value. So here, begin with as is. So just capture the now. What are you doing now? How are you operating in the field? You can map all the processes around field service management. How are you receiving service requests and how work orders are created? How technicians manage tasks in the field, right? Map the as is. And while mapping the as is, we shouldn't forget to identify gaps and pain points because we are implementing field service management and apparently we want to improve something in the current processes, right? So that's why while mapping the as is, it's really important to identify gaps and pain points. Then once you do that, that will help you to design your to-be processes. The future state workflows like optimized using ServiceNow best practices. So we have lots of best practices and we are helping organizations to design the best processes basically to address their gaps and pain points. ServiceNow provides out-of-the-box processes they are built from the lessons learned across hundreds of implementation and incorporating industry standards and proven strategies for efficient field service delivery. So these best practices address key areas such as intelligent scheduling and dispatching or mobile technician enablement or inventory management and customer communication. So once you design your to-be, it's not over. You need to understand the value. So you are trying to identify gaps and pain points. Are you really getting that value from the new processes? That's really important. So what do you expect from that process? So like improve scheduling will reduce travel time, or mobile access enables technicians to update job status in real time, or like automated workflows enhance customer satisfaction. So just understand what value you are getting from this implementation. So far we talk about like more planning, right? You set the foundation, you set the purpose, success metrics, and you organize your people and you define your processes. But then you want to understand when you can get that benefit from the FSM implementation. Organizations, they don't want to wait for a year or 2 years to get the benefit from FSM implementation, right? So they want to get those benefits, understand, realize that value quickly. So how we can achieve that? We suggest phased approach. Basically, so I'll talk about each phases in the next slides in detail, but I want to give you a very quick overview here. So the first phase is foundation. This phase is establishing a foundation where it will help you to implement the processes in the next phases. So you are basically implementing fundamental elements to be able to run those to-be processes with the FSM features. So this could be specific FSM elements, or could be a platform settings also, right? Such as setting customer data or location. Once you do that, you are ready to implement and go live. So in the crawl phase, this is the phase where you go live. And that's why it's very delicate, because this is the first time your users, your end users, your agents, dispatchers, qualifiers will use the system. You wouldn't want to scare them with a complex use case, right? You should keep it simple. The use case that you go live in this phase, it should be simple but impactful. In this way, you can keep the adoption high. Then the next phase is bulk. So in the crawl phase, you implement a simple use case, but that doesn't cover your entire business case probably. So in the bulk phase, you can now focus on some complex use cases and understand how we can streamline those workflows with field service management features. And also you will get some feedback from the first release, right? And then you can consider them, because probably those feedback will improve your current processes. So in the bulk phase, basically, you will be embarking on the field service excellence. Then the next phases will be run and fly. These are the phases. Basically, you implement your all use cases, and now the system is up and running. But now it's time to optimize more and scale, basically, with some advanced field service management functionalities. Sorry. So let's take a closer look at each phase of the process. We talk about foundation and crawl, right? I just want to make a common use case to understand better which capabilities that you can use in this phase, and what are the values that typical values that you can expect. So the typical use case is customer reports an issue. This is more like reactive field service management, right? A printer is broken. Then this initiates a break and fix scenario. Then what will happen? The work order will be created. So to be able to work on that work order and related task, you need some information, right? So I just want to explain how foundation elements will help you. So customer reports an issue, and you need to understand who is reporting this issue. So this is a customer data, basically, and then location details. Where is this problem occurring? Or asset data, which specific asset is affected, right? And if you have all these elements, then you will be able to run the downstream processes, such as scheduling and dispatch and completing the work. So the foundation is really crucial. So for this phase and for the next phases as well. And then these were example for locations and customer data, right? But then maybe your work order still needs to have further qualification. In that case, you need maybe a set of people who can work on that, like define the part requirements or define the skills. So for that, you need to set that user group. That's another foundational element, basically. Then the next is scheduling and dispatching. So here, dispatchers will use the dispatcher workspace. So configuring the dispatcher workspace with the minimum requirements, must-have requirements, is crucial in this phase. Because most of the time in the projects in this phase, organizations, they don't automate every type of work orders. So most of the time, they automate the simple use case and then they continue manually dispatching. And as they work in the system, they understand better what could be automated using the dynamic scheduling functionality. Then you have FSM Mobile. It's another crucial element for this phase. We suggest usually to keep it out of the box to enable field engineers, field agents quickly and keep the adoption high. Then you can utilize some AI elements also in this phase. Now Assist, for example, for FSM. So you can just plug in, enable it, and you can use the out-of-the-box skills such as like task summarization or knowledge generation, or like you can engineer agents can summarize the conversation with the dispatchers, for example. So it's really easy. You don't have to put an effort. It's really simple. And from this phase, the typical values that you can get, it's the most important one, I think, is the adoption. So if you can release a high impact, low complexity use case, then the people will see the quick wins and they will adapt quickly. And then faster and more accurate dispatching, that reduces wait times and ensures the right technicians arrive with the right skill and parts. Real-time updates from the field through the mobile app keep dispatchers and customers informed, enhancing transparency and trust. And then customer experience, it can be enhanced with the last mile experience and geolocation, so they can get estimated time arrivals of the agents, for example, and this can ensure also timely issue resolution. So, all right, this is the first phase, and I just want to add one more thing here. We always say better together in ServiceNow. Most of the time in the field service management implementation, we are integrating with customer service management, but also you can integrate with IT service management and hardware asset management. This will provide like end-to-end experience for both your customer and also for your internal teams. Okay, okay. Then the second phase is the bulk. So we can like take the example of proactive FSM here. You can focus on the proactive FSM, like a printer is approaching 20,000 page usage thresholds. So then you can automate these with the plant maintenance, right? Then you can focus on scheduling enhancements with the task bundling, multi-day assignment, or soft booking. This will help, for example, with the task bundling, you can group related tasks together. This will improve the efficiency by minimizing the repeat visit, for example. And another focus can be the enabling field agent further. So here, knowledge management is a huge help. So you can enable the knowledge management, and then this will help engineers to solve the problems on the field quickly, or on the first time, most of the cases. Then in this phase, we see agentic AI. So you can identify some AI use cases. So you can build an AI agent, for example, to define part requirement, even source the parts with AI. You can do that with the agentic AI capability. And still you can focus on the Now Assist, like you can think about some use cases for the, and then implement custom skills with the Now Assist. And in this phase, also performance analytics can help you to measure the value better based on historical data as well. Then our values is reducing costs, faster SLA compliance, and fewer penalties thanks to planned and timely maintenance. Maximize the agent utilization, minimize travel time, and improve first-time fix rate. I will speed up a bit. I'm conscious about the time. Then the last phase will be run and fly. By this stage, your FSM implementation has matured significantly, and the focus now it's like optimizing and scaling and continuously improving your field service operation. So the use case is here, customer books an appointment. So you can enable customers to book their own appointments, and then you can reduce the missed appointments. Then you can focus on optimizing the schedule. So schedule optimization is another advanced functionality that you can use in this phase. Basically, you can think, I will give you an example, quick example. You can schedule some optimization job during the night to minimize the travel time. So this will optimize the agent schedule based on some rules, and in the end, you will reduce the travel time. Workforce optimization, another functionality that will enable you to manage agent skills availability and preferences. It will be aligned with the demand and helping maximize productivity and job satisfaction also. You can continue using Now Assist and agentic AI. I think they will help you to solve some use cases as you get matured. And then, last but not least, the values from this phase is basically you are improving the self-service with appointment booking or virtual agent, and this will help you to deflect work orders. Again, with the workforce optimization, capacity and reservation management, you will improve the agent performance, and eventually you will increase the customer satisfaction and operational efficiency. So now we understand our phases, and in each phase, you will go through a set of solutions, set of features. And sometimes we always suggest in the projects, we say like stick to out-of-the-box features and processes, but sometimes customization is inevitable. Changing the out-of-the-box functionality can create unwanted results in terms of scalability and maintenance, but it happens. When it happens, we should follow the smart customization approach. When we say smart customization, it's basically evaluating the value of that changes. So here we ask a few critical questions. What's the value of the change, right? Is it solving a real business problem or improving user experience or driving measurable efficiency? If the value is not clear here, the change might not be worth the effort. Then second, is it safe to make this change? We have to consider platform stability, integration points, and whether we are staying within supported frameworks. Another question is, what's the impact or risk of making the change in terms of upgrades, platforms, performance, and user experience? If something breaks after a version update, that's a major cost you need to anticipate, basically. And finally, we ask what the technical debt are we taking on, right? Like every customization has a maintenance cost, and will future teams understand it, right? Will it be supported? So these 5 questions are like litmus test. If a change passes them, then we move forward. Otherwise, we look for a better alternative. And last but not least, I want to talk about shortly about the testing phase. Quality assurance in FSM implementation project is non-negotiable step. So what we are suggesting, like, spend quite time on the testing and understanding everything is working fine. This will help you to minimize the post-go live issues, validate real-world scenarios, and support change management, and protect your customer experience if you are fixing the errors and bugs before going live, basically. So I just want to launch another poll and understand, okay, we talk about people, process, technology, and we talk about the phases, and we did everything that we can do to make this implementation success. So what do you expect, as a biggest risk? Still, there are risks, right, in the projects. So this could be resistant to change, poor data quality, or mobile app usability issues, integration delays, or scope creep. Okay. I can tell you, I think mobile app usability issues and resistant to change, they are winning. That's what I was expecting also. Yeah, basically 29% of us says mobile app usability issues, and same percentage says resistant to change, and then poor data quality and integration delays. Yeah, this is what I was expecting. So even you think you are doing your best, but still there are risks. But it's okay, it's normal. You just need to know how to mitigate that, how to tackle that risk, right? So if there's a resistance to change, this is again in the beginning, we talk about it, like you need to be clear on the communication. You need to get your executive sponsors and governance in place to basically communicate the upcoming changes. Then poor data quality, yeah, this is most of the time is an issue in the projects. So data cleansing is a must-have before go live. And mobile app usability issues, yeah, this is most common one, I can tell you. This is really hands-on training and field feedback. Consider the feedback, evaluate the feedback, because people, the end user should feel they are heard. Then integration delays. This is it's all about managing the technical stakeholders. It's better to get them involved early, because they are not working only for this project. Probably they are working for other projects and they are super busy. If you can book their time in advance for the project, that will avoid this risk. And scope creep is, again, clear phase definition and governance will help with that. Okay, that's it from my side. I hope you find it useful and it will help you to succeed with your FSM implementation. Thanks for listening to me.
All right. So we have the FSM product doc website where we release and we every release we talk about new capabilities, how to stay up to date, and the best way to go through that is our product documentation website. I put the link in the chat. We also have our 24/7 support with Now supports. We're aware, that questions don't stop after 5. And so our support team is always here 24/7. If you have any question, that they can help with technical questions, product updates. If you have known errors, there's a library full of solutions as well to keep your team moving. A searchable knowledge base as well, and the Now community for peer insight. Additionally, we also have the admin center product page and guided setup community page, as well as adoption blueprint product documentation page that you can go to for in-product help, quick answers, tool tips in context, and you can leverage guided setup to walk step-by-step configurations tailored for your workspace. We also have the ServiceNow store apps and solutions. So if you have everything installed and implemented, but you're noticing maybe there may be gaps in integrations or specific use cases, this will show you apps, not just paid apps. There are free ones to pre-built apps and add-ons that you can leverage from the ServiceNow store. Um, Also, the FSM community homepage, I like to call it our little red Reddit for ServiceNow. So it's a great place to learn from others. If you have a questions, someone might be able to answer you because they've gone through this in their own implementation or they have a use case for it. And it's not just for customers, it's also for product managers. We post articles in there. I think Xander from the expert services team actually just posted a very, very interesting, useful article. We post best practices as well. And then we have a really big presence on YouTube. Like we've said, so these sessions are recorded and they'll be posted on YouTube. You can also find our previous sessions. You can find product updates. We make live demo videos and share those on YouTube. So there's a ServiceNow YouTube and then there's the FSM community YouTube. So please check them out. And then last but not the least, please feel free to scan the live on ServiceNow code, barcode, but also again, it's in the chat to stay up to date with our sessions, but not just FSM, ServiceNow as a whole, our sessions. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you so much to Elif. Thank you to Oliver, Matt, Kevin. Thank you for your questions. We hope we're able to answer all of your questions. If not, we will make sure to get back to them and email you as soon as possible. But yeah, thank you so much, and we hope to see you guys soon.
Thank you.